with the latest theatrical release of the Lego Movie 2. What better way to celebrate it than to actually talk about it in our family-friendly February. We talked about the first one last week. Now we're doing the continuation. What happened when the Duplos took over? Well, it's crazy, and we're talking all about it on a very Raptor Army edition of the Review. I can't remember anything. I can't think of anything else.
This podcast is going to get stuck inside your head. Hello, everybody. I'm Troy to the Max Extreme.
I'm Tiffany Haddish as a horse.
And today we are going all over that Lego Movie 2, the second part.
Yeah.
Let me get that out before we continue.
Is it more like the Lego Movie, or is it more like the colon? Find out.
Oh, top of the hour.
Top of the hour.
Very good, Joel.
Right.
Sorry, I thought of last minute news. First bit of news I got, JT. The day that we are recording this is none other than Dinosaur Neil's birthday.
Yeah. Send him a shout
I
out.
want to send him a shout out. We got a letter in from, I think his friend Bruce, that said he just wanted to shout out his best friend's birthday.
Good.
So
Happy birthday.
There you go.
I think I sent him a gif of a girl at her birthday throwing a cake on the floor.
What a girl.
Yeah.
What a girl thing to do.
He's a girl.
Oh, what a good guy that Neil is, or girl. Let's get into the real news, JT. The Marvel's Eternals movie, apparently, set to start filming in August.
Oh my.
I am still blown away that they are doing this.
What's the Eternals again?
I can't remember. No, I don't know. It's like these otherworldly, godlike beings.
Oh, yeah. I think you tried to explain this to me one time, and I got
so bored that you just shut off.
Yeah. I think halfway through it, I took a nap.
See, that's what I just think about it in general. I'm like, I don't see how it can be generally that interesting to audiences, because I haven't even heard, like, you know how, like, Feige does his, like, 2-year plan? It's like, this is what's going to be coming out in the next 2 years. Look at this hat and this blazer combo that I'm wearing. Anyway,
He likes wearing hats and blazers?
Yeah, that's all he wears. And blue jeans.
Yeah, well, makes sense.
He's got a look. But I have never heard him talk about this ever, which it's like odd to me. That's sort of like not promoting. I guess they want to get through this whole Endgame thing first.
Yeah.
But still, it's like, this is what we have coming after the pipeline. I would think they'd want to be like, knowing that they have like a, Endgame's like a too on the nose pun.
Hi-yo.
But
Endgame.
because they have this coming, they'd be like, this is what we have coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
And Eternals is one of them. I never heard any of that.
I don't know, Troy. He's playing it safe. Maybe he thinks it's going to be a big pile of shit.
That's what I think it is.
Oh, no.
Big pile of shit.
Hot take.
Over something I know nothing or little about.
I don't think anyone knows anything about them.
I can see that. So we're going to move on to something else. Something else, JT, that is also being filmed. Shit.
Did your daughter scribble all over it?
Yes. Oh, the Masters of the Universe movie.
Yeah.
Is going to reportedly start filming in July. Are you a fan of He-Man, JT? Is Nemesis Skeletor? Battle Cat?
What?
The others? The rest?
Sure.
Eternia?
I think my mom always makes fun of me when I was a kid that she would say He-Man and then I would double bicep pose.
It's a classic pose.
When I was a
Classic
baby.
He-Man pose.
That was my first instinct.
Did you raise your sword to the sky and yell, "I have the power"?
No.
And then
I
turn
wasn't,
into Dolph
I mean, I
Lundgren?
wasn't that smart. Yeah. I wasn't smart enough to turn into Dolph Lundgren when I was 2 years old, Troy.
If you are, Dolph Lundgren's a genius, I've heard. So
Yeah.
gotta be pretty smart to turn into that guy. More news, JT. Reportedly, that we've got stuff. Now, I've just reported on, because I'm a reporter, I've reported on
Yep.
2 things going into the works.
Okay.
Here's 2 things, maybe leaving a slate.
Uh-oh.
You ready for this news, JT?
What? Is
better
this stuff that's not going to happen now?
Reportedly, by me.
Oh, my God.
Might want to stand up and then sit down for this.
Okay, I'm standing right now. You can see me standing.
Well, I'm glad you're using the room. It's so good.
Yep. I'm now spreading out, trying to take up as much space in the room as possible.
That reportedly the Jared Leto Joker solo movie and his team-up movie with Harley Quinn are missing from now the DC's film slate.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Whatever will we do without another Joker movie?
Oh, my God. We have that Wacky Joaquin one coming out.
That wacky Joaquin one. And then that's it. Good. Nobody cared about that Joker. At all. I'm glad it's wiped. This is hot news, JT.
You're heated right now.
More movie news, JT.
Okay.
The Breaking Bad movie, that's going to be a thing. Somehow this, I either didn't listen if you said it for news, or I don't remember ever us bringing this up.
I brought it up before.
I don't remember.
It's supposed to be like a continuation of Jesse Pinkman's story.
Oh, that sounds familiar.
From the end of the original
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Breaker Bad.
So that's reportedly going to be released not only on its hosting channel AMC,
Yeah.
but will also drop on Netflix.
I heard this.
For all those people that just have the Netflix, they can enjoy some Breaking Bad too.
Good.
If
Well,
anybody,
I think Netflix is where Breaking Bad really got popular too.
I would say that is the truth.
Yeah. Not a lot of people have cable.
When did Netflix go full on streaming? Like really hit it hard? Was Breaking Bad like coming out as that was happening, or did that come out after it was already like a
It was in the
thing?
middle of when it was out, because I remember there wasn't a lot of people. I think like the first couple seasons of Breaking Bad, like people weren't really watching, and then when I think when they put like the first couple seasons out on Netflix was when people really started like getting into it.
Yeah. To be fair, like I didn't really find Breaking Bad to be like really engrossing until maybe to the end of the second season.
Yeah.
Like it was a good show, but I'm just like, I don't see why everyone thinks this is amazing.
Yeah.
Until it like continues on from there, and then it's like, oh, this is pretty good.
Yeah. Right when Gus and them get like introduced, then you're just like, shit.
Yeah, shit. How's he gonna get out of this scuffle?
Good Lord.
How is Walter White gonna do it?
You're literally watching like piles of shit get thrown onto one man, and then him always finding his way out at the end. Where
It's
you're like,
so
my
good.
God.
So good. You know that Spawn movie that Todd McFarlane is threatening everyone with?
Yeah, threatening, holding at gunpoint for.
It's gonna be so hard of an R.
He's literally chiseling an R out of stone right now.
It's gonna be based in horror
Yes.
with so many hard R's in that horror.
Yeah. The hardest of R's.
Well, apparently that script is still being tweaked, but as that's happening, being pitched to studios.
Yeah.
Even as we speak.
I'm just imagining writers just sheepishly walking into Todd McFarlane's office, laying a script on his desk, and then he picks it up and reads 3 lines and says, "Not R enough!" and then throws it in their face.
No, it's fucked up. I think he's writing the script, so it's like he just puts it down on his own table, then picks it back up. Now it's shit! And just hawks it across the room.
He writes it, and then he hires people to bring it in like they wrote it, so he can yell at them.
Yeah. Except that one guy that brought in who was just NC-17, and then he still threw it at him. Too hard!
Yeah. This is a soft NC-17. I want a hard R!
I think the last bit of news I got here, JT, is that Mike Mignola, creator of Hellboy, said that we got a brand new trailer for that movie coming up next week, and this one will blow your mind.
I know you were a tad bit disappointed with the first one, Troy.
It was, I kind of fell into it.
Okay.
But it didn't wow me.
Yeah.
I had a lot of questions more than wows. More cues. Less dubs.
More like, wow?
No. More like, why did they do that? Why would they do those things? But maybe it was just a red herring. Why would they put Monet Monet in that trailer?
This is a good song.
It is a good song, but not combined with Hellboy. Anywho, so check out a new trailer next week. Mignola himself said, knock your socks off.
All right. Well, I want to be there in the room while you're watching it for the first time to see if your socks stay on.
Oh my goodness. What if it's so good my socks are just blown off right now?
It's going to be like
some
a
temporal shit.
Yeah,
just...
it goes through my chest and I'm just like hold my hand comes up and there's blood.
Oh, good deal. That's all my news though. I got barely anything today.
Oh my god. Well, you had some things.
Some things.
Don't sell yourself short, Troy. You tried.
Well, I did do a valiant effort.
Who's a good boy?
I'm a good boy.
He's a good boy.
I am a good boy.
Oh, Troy.
Should break out more of those pretzel rods. Just crunch into them on the mic.
You should. just the best. Troy, This Is Us.
Yes.
We watched the pilot for it on our show.
Yes, we did.
We had some things to think about it, but America is in love with this show.
Boy, are they.
So much so that it appears that they're going to be back for a 4th season.
Oh, my.
But, according to the creators, it looks like it's going to end after the 6th season.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
They got 3 more seasons out of this, huh?
Troy. But that means there's an end. Who can imagine the end of This Is Us?
That's a good question. And I've never really sat down to think about it, but I'm sitting now, and I'm going to think about it.
Okay.
Us. This is us thinking about the end of This Is Us.
Yeah.
And we've made it. I get it.
Good.
Everyone dies or cries or something. That's the end of it.
Good.
Spoilers.
Did we figure out how the dad died yet?
Yeah, he burned to death or something, right?
But I thought that was a red herring, because I guess he's back on the show.
Oh, is he horribly scarred?
No, it was just, they were like, oh, he died trying to save the dog in the burning house. And then I think, like, the beginning of the next season, they show him come out of the house with the dog or something, where you're like, oh, so now you're just teasing us. So you're just going to have this man live a bunch of near-death experiences to tease his fucking death the whole fucking show.
So it's going to be like all those times in Hot Tub Time Machine where they're just waiting for that guy's arm to
come off.
Yeah, what lit up their house anyway? A crock pot or something like that?
I don't know.
Just went up.
I just remember that they just showed their house on fire, and they just kept playing it. I think they kept playing like commercials about like, after the Super Bowl, watch a man die or some shit like that.
Watch a man die live on television.
We're literally going to burn Peter Petrelli alive for your enjoyment.
Peter Petrelli. I don't know his real name at all. It's got a fucked up last name, doesn't he? Like Nick Acropolis?
Yeah.
Or something?
Yeah, I think it's something like that. I just call him Peter Petrelli.
That's a good shorthand. I like it.
Troy, are you familiar with the Neil Gaiman graphic novel Good Omens?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Amazon's making an animated series out of it.
All right.
I guess it involves God and the devil. And
Jeez.
God is going to be voiced by Frances McDormand.
Okay.
And I think they got a pretty sweet devil, Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh, Bendy Cumby.
Benny Cumby.
Good Omens. Let's see. Oh. I can't spell for shit. Good Omens. No. Never seen it. Oh well. Hopefully it's good. I don't know a whole lot of Neil Gaiman stuff. He's like one of the writers that kind of just does a whole ton of stuff.
Yeah.
And I like know of his big ones. Like the one I can't think of right now, Sandman.
Yeah.
That's one, that one. And Stardust.
Oh, yeah.
And Coraline.
That was him?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh wow.
Almost wow.
And that's all I know about him. That's exactly all I know about him.
Well, Amazon still heavy on that comic book train,
That's
so
right. That's
we'll
right.
see how it goes. See how it plays out.
That's right. We've talked about that animated series of Invincible. That's also coming out onto Amazon as well. I actually went and talked to the Invincible podcast.
Oh,
Because
boy.
they do all news about Invincible. And I got chummy with them over that last summer when I reread all of Invincible.
Yeah.
Did a retrospective on it. I asked them about what's going on with that movie. They said it's still in the works.
They're still making a movie even though they're making a TV show?
Yep.
My God.
My God.
My God.
My God. Robert, he said, they quoted like Robert Kirkman saying like it's all kind of going to drop at once. And it's just going to be a big busy time for him and he's so excited and da-da-da-da. I'm like, okay, yeah, sure. Do it all one time. That's fine.
Just unload a big pile of Invincible on
Yeah.
everybody.
Just blow your big old load of Invincible all over the place. I'm fine. I love Invincible, so I'll take all of it.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine.
And I don't really care if people get confused what's the same as the other one. Doesn't matter to me. I can tell the difference.
All right, people are going gaga over Watchmen right now, too.
Oh, that's
so
true. Golly. How's that thing going to be?
I'm really curious about how it's going to come off on HBO.
Yeah.
I've seen, like, HBO started putting out, like, feelers for it. Like, they'll do, like, they're, like, coming up this year in HBO. And, like, the things they've shown from it are odd. Like, like, there's people, like, in multicolored, like latex suits.
Okay.
But they're, like, latex where it's, like, it covers their face, too.
Like a gimp?
Kind of, but it's, like, they don't even have, like, eye holes. And, like, you can, like, see, like, the form of their face in it.
Oh. Like
I
a
don't
weird
know.
latex morph suit?
Yeah.
Oh. A bunch of them?
Yeah. Like, I don't know what that's supposed to be about. And they show that, Rorschach that you hate with the eye holes, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm still curious for it because I really liked Leftovers, so I have faith that he might be able to make this into something good.
All right. We'll see, won't we?
Yeah.
So far, I've seen nothing but confusion.
Lost. But hey, those first couple seasons of Lost were good, though.
They were. Until it wrapped up to be nothing.
Yeah, until he was like, well, shit, we should probably start answering this shit. And then the shit that he was trying to answer made no sense.
Right. It took a fan theories to try to tie
Yeah.
everything together somewhat cohesively.
Yeah. Like, the end of that second season is fucking awesome. And then right after that, then it's just like they had no idea what they were going to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that's when it got, like, fucking great.
Yeah.
Because that's
it
when
was
they
like,
opened the hatch, right?
Yeah. No, that was when the hatch blows up.
That's the end of the second season?
Yeah. Because the whole first season is what's in the hatch.
I thought the whole first season, or the end of the first season, they find the hatch.
No, the first season is they blow the hatch top up. Because the finale is like they go to the pirate ship and they get the dynamite. And then they take it back to the hatch and they blow it. And then the first season ends with these people looking down in the hole, and then the camera goes down, and then it cuts to black.
Oh. I thought that happened in the second season.
No, because I remember that's what got me hooked, because our good buddy Coach Havens got into it, and he was like, you got to watch up to the very end. And then I watched the end, and I was like, holy fuck.
What's in that hole?
Yeah. And then me and Coach Havens like watched it every week from then on.
I did buy all of the seasons of Lost.
Yeah.
And then didn't watch the last 2 seasons until they were on Netflix.
Yeah.
Which was way later.
Yeah. It literally, you could see it go completely downhill by the beginning of season 3. Because then it's like,
not by season 3.
because then like all the others was like a really big mystery, and that kind of got revealed in a way where it's like, really, that's them, okay. And then like their whole like hatch blowing up, they just kind of explained it away as magic. So then all that shit was just kind of like, okay. Like all the aspects of it really started to go downhill by the beginning of season 3.
I would argue that it was still pretty strong. How many seasons did it have? 8?
Like 6? I think it was 6.
If it was only 6, maybe it was by the end of season 3. Because, like, when they started doing the Flash sideways stuff, it's like, oh my god, what is happening here?
The flash forwards were okay, but even those were just kind of like, I mean, now you're just kind of... Now I'm like, I hate when they do like flash forwards for things, because then it's like, well, now I'm just looking forward to that. I really don't give a shit what happens now.
Yeah. Oh, well. Whatever. It's been done forever.
Yeah.
They have to go back!
We have to go back!
There's the obligatory Jack reference.
Our awesome Jack impression.
That we do like once every 20 episodes.
Kate! We have to go back!
Oh, perfect. Check out Manifest on NBC.
Yeah. No thanks. Is Sea Danger still in it?
Oh, no.
Really? She dropped out?
Oh, yeah. I don't think she's watched that for... Is that even still on?
I don't know.
I think I got picked up for another season.
God damn it.
No, she only watches from our pilot stuff for this last one that we did. The one with Taron Killam in it, The Parents.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that one's called.
Single Parents, I think.
Single Parents. That's the only one she kept up with.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
All right.
There you have it. What we were talking about before?
I don't know.
Oh,
but,
Watchmen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm curious to see how it turns out.
Same. I'm morbidly curious.
Oh my god! Don't let it kill you, Troy.
Well, it might kill others.
Oh no! Someone just walks into a room and they start choking.
Yeah.
And you're like, Troy, what the hell? Like, I'm just really curious about Watchmen. I'm sorry. I was really curious about Watchmen. I almost killed you. That's some stupid ass shit. Troy, that Denis Villeneuve Dune that's coming out.
Dude.
We've been adding some big names. They brought out old Dave Bautista's going to be in it.
That's right, David Bautista.
Hey, Dave.
#1 wrestling actor.
Dave, you going to be in that new Dune I've been hearing about? Dave Bautista's got a lot of redneck friends. They say, Dave, get over here.
Hey, Dave.
Get your big ass over here. Let me ask you something. You going to be in that new fucking Dune movie that... What's his name? Dennis Villeneuve is gonna
Villadune.
Yeah, Dennis Villadune. He's making it because it sounds like his fucking name.
Hey, you Bautista.
Yeah, you big power bombing bastard. Get the fuck over here. I want to ask you about this Dune. Remember when you were in Blade Runner 2049? That was some crazy shit, man. You wore them small ass glasses. You threw that fucker through a wall.
2049.
Hey, fuck you, man. I read numbers like I read telephone numbers. Helps me remember. Cocksucker going and talking, telling me how to say numbers. Do you believe this motherfucker, Dave?
#1 fan.
Yeah. Dave Bautista's #1 fan.
Just
Redneck guy.
A piece of shit guy. Great. What brother? Oh, Dune.
Josh Brolin is gonna be in it now.
Do you know anything about Dune?
No.
Neither do I. I don't know absolutely nothing about it, except it takes place in a desert or a dune.
Yeah, inside of a dune.
And there's big worms in it or something. Or
I think that's just
Beetlejuice?
no. What is? It's got Kevin Bacon in it.
Tremors?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Maybe there's big worms in Dune too.
I think there's big worms in Dune.
Hey guys, send us a message. Are there big worms in Dune?
Right in.
Yeah.
Just write into review@gmail.com.
Send us over Twitter, hashtag there are big worms in Dune, or hashtag there are not big worms in Dune.
Yes. Yes, do that. That would be amazing.
Yeah, send us one of those too. Let us know.
Yeah.
We have to send the entire hashtag, not like hashtag yes or no. You have to send the entire hashtag. We want to know what the fuck you're talking about.
Or else, what are you talking about even?
Yeah, we could ask you multiple questions tonight, and we won't know the answer because we'll be putting hashtag yes.
Right.
Or we're like, yes to what? We asked you like 1 billion questions last night. Open your stupid ears.
So, hashtag
there are big worms in Dune, or hashtag there are not big worms in Dune.
There you go. Use one of those two Let's get them trending.
Let's get them trending, everybody. The people gotta know.
That's right.
They have to know. You brought up, Troy, that that Joker Harley Quinn movie is a no-go.
It's out.
No more.
Get out of here.
And Harley Quinn's losing work left and right.
That's right.
I guess she's not even going to be in the James Gunn Suicide Squad movie either.
What?
Yeah.
She's out.
Out of there.
Oh my
Old James Gunn's like, get her out of here.
Get her out.
Yeah.
That's actually surprising me. Because I thought she was going to be hot shit.
Yeah. Well, she's still set for that Birds of Prey movie, though. She's got one more chance. One more chance to impress the people.
One more chance. Good.
She's got one shot.
So, in Suicides, okay. Did you like Harley Quinn in Suicide Squad? Don't say what you thought about the movie.
Hashtag. I thought.
Did you like Harley Quinn in it?
I liked the portrayal of her.
Okay.
I think you thought she was annoying, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. I didn't really. It's not that far off from what she like is anywhere else.
Yeah.
But I think it's just because like maybe I'm more into like the comic community where she's like way oversaturated, and I'm just like, oh my god, I don't care anymore. So maybe that's what it was. But I did find her a bit annoying. But I lost my original train of thought. God damn it. Thinking about. Oh, I now I remember what you said. I said, or I thought. What the fuck is happening to me right now? Can
you believe this motherfucker can't even remember his own thoughts, Dave? You dragon back tattoo wearing motherfucker.
Look at these small glasses. I'm in costume.
God damn it, Dave. I fucking love your glasses.
So James Gunn, okay, so Harley Quinn's out skis for Suicide Squad. You know what I heard as a rumor that he's going to have in Suicide Squad 2 as a character?
Who?
Crypto the Superdog.
Holy shit. Who's that?
It's like Superman's dog from Krypton that has all the same powers as Superman.
That does sound like something James Gunn would do.
And at first I heard that, and like I don't even know if it's true. I just heard it as a rumor.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, why would he do that? And the more I thought about it, I'm like, I want to see the shit out of that. Sounds pretty sweet. Because the way they set it up in the original Suicide Squad, if they're using it as canon, is that they needed a team to somehow take down Superman if he gets out of control. And what better way to do that is to have a beast of a
Yeah.
dog that can also just bite Superman's balls off or something.
Or what if Crypto is the villain in Suicide Squad?
Yeah.
They're just fighting a big Kryptonian dog.
Yeah. And the funny thing is, it's not even like a big dog. It's just like a lab. But it's just got heat vision and can fly and can bite through steel.
Oh, Jesus.
I know. And then I think what did I hear? Probably the Weekly Planet brought this up. But here's a question. So like a regular dog
Yeah.
can take down a man.
Yeah.
But can a kryptonite or not kryptonite dog, can Crypto take down Superman?
I would assume so.
Right, because isn't the ratio the same?
Yeah.
You would think.
It's his dog. Should be able to take him down.
Right. Like if he's not wearing that padded suit.
Yeah. Got that glove.
Yeah, right. Just a dog that can just bite your arm and take you
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm glad we're agreed on this. I'm in the same mindset.
I would have thought this would just be common sense.
See? That's what I thought too, but they threw up the question and they had a bit of disagreement on it.
These guys just need shit to talk about.
I know.
They're
I
not
know.
thinking. They're not thinking like we do.
That's right. We smart sometime.
We big brain.
We do good things with beer in. Mmm.
I'm not as beer as you drunk I am. Right? Get it?
Put that on a t-shirt.
Troy,
Yeah?
in the world of no shit news, Aquaman sequel is officially in the works.
Oh, perfect.
So there you go.
That's it.
That's it.
I heard there's an Aquaman spin-off of just the trench in the works. And I was like, oh, why?
Enough. Away.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't even have any of the Aquaman characters in it. It would just be like a horror movie from the trench. Like, if you're going to do that, then don't even just don't set it in this comic book world.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you want and just use the same shit somewhere else.
Yeah. We're going to do a horror movie with 2 Atlanteans. Because you can't make it with people.
Right.
They're going to be underwater the whole fucking time.
Yeah. I mean, what's going on, huh?
What the fuck?
Anyway, I think it's a bad idea. Don't do it.
Yeah. It's much.
It'll never be made.
Shut the fuck up.
But
man.
who knows? Eternals is getting made, so fuck me, right? Who knows?
Troy Hulu.
Yes.
Still maintaining that deal with Marvel because, they own probably like 50% of it now.
60.
Jesus.
6.
Good lord.
And a sixth. No.
69, dude. So now they have more Marvel works in the works
Oh.
of Hulu,
Oh.
where I guess they're working on an animated series for Howard the Duck.
Fun.
Yeah.
An adult animated series?
One would hope so.
Oh my god.
I don't know, but
That'd be fun.
yeah.
All right. I'm
I
into
guess
it.
this is like one of multiple deals that Marvel is doing with Hulu now.
Okay.
Really putting more Marvel stuff out there now that looks like they're completely ending their shit with Netflix.
Yeah. Still waiting
So
to hear
there
if
you go.
that Punisher is canceled.
Yeah.
Haven't heard it yet. Could still that season 3 could be coming right around the corner.
It's probably in the works as we speak. Look out. Troy, we're talking about Lego Movie 2.
Yeah.
Talked about Lego Movie 1
Yes.
last week.
Yes.
Of course, the ones that helmed that were Phil Lord and Chris Miller.
You bet.
So, what the fuck are these guys working on now?
What are they up to?
What the fuck, man?
What are those squirrely little guys up to?
Well, I guess they're currently working on a live-action sci-fi film called Last Human,
Oh.
which kind of takes a spin on the whole E.T. idea,
Okay.
where it is a world full of robots
Okay.
that come across a single living human.
Oh. All right. That sounds fun.
Yeah.
I'm into that idea. I'm into it. I'm really into anything that Lord and Miller want to do.
Oh, yeah. They're good shit.
They haven't led me wrong really yet that I can think of. Even like Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs that we reviewed was one of their earlier works. I thought it was pretty strong.
Yeah.
So, lay it on me. That's why I really wanted to see them do that Solo movie. That never happened.
Yeah, I know. God, I'm just curious what that would have been.
Yes, more than
Like-
anything in the world.
Yeah, because I did like Solo, but it was like it feels like what Solo would have been all along. Like I'm really curious what Lord Miller would have done with it.
Yeah. I mean, I get why they were booted out. They were using a lot of money.
Yeah, yeah, I
But-
understand that, but I don't know.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
Troy, The Handmaid's Tale
Oh, yeah? Haven't seen
coming
any
back
of it
for
yet.
season 3. You got to get on it,
I'll
Troy.
probably have to catch up,
It's
then.
good shit.
Catch that season 3.
Well, you have a chance to catch up because the new season comes up Wednesday, June 5th,
Okay, got some time.
or starts. Because they release their episodes weekly.
Oh. Well, that's that Hulu.
Yeah, keep you on your toes.
Keep you on your toes. Get that water cooler conversation.
Of course.
What is going to happen week to week?
Of course, man.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course they do. Of course. Sweet. Maybe I have been itching to start Handmaid's Tale.
It's good. It's good.
I just am having a hard time convincing the lady, the old ball and chain, to
yeah.
want to watch it.
Well, if you want to feel the way that I do about religious things,
Speaking of,
yeah,
we do have a bit of mail.
yeah. Well, I got one more bit of news, Troy. Then we
Okay,
get into
okay. All right.
it.
Better be worth it. I had a great segue.
One little bit. Thomas Middleditch, Troy.
Yes?
We love him on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Good in Silicon Valley.
Yep.
He's starting to get into some more properties. I think he's going to be in that new Godzilla movie.
I think I heard that too.
And now he's landed a part in another big franchise.
Hmm.
Apparently he's going to be in the latest Zombieland movie that's coming
Oh,
out.
Zombieland 2,
Yeah.
you say?
Yeah.
All right. Sweet.
So,
It's a good addition.
he's getting a lot of work. I'm for it.
I was going to ask, what has Jesse Eisenberg been up to? And then I remembered he was in, like, Batman v Superman.
Yeah. And then everyone realized Thomas Middleditch is better.
I don't hate Jesse Eisenberg. In fact, I think he's probably eclipsed Michael Cera. Because at first, he was like, came on the scene and he was kind of doing the exact same shit Michael Cera was doing from like
Yeah.
Arrested Development.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's just like discount Michael Cera. The Michael Cera kind of just left.
Yeah, I think he did Arrested Development, and now he's...
And now he just does anything else.
yeah.
Which is fine. He probably has enough money off residuals for all that stuff to just not work.
Yeah.
Or to do like a YouTube show somewhere. Who knows? But Jesse Eisenberg, he's pulling the fliff.
Yeah.
He was that
Good on him.
good old Zuckerberg. Then
Yeah.
He was, but the only thing is, like, Eisenberg can jump between like comedy and dramas, whereas I don't think Michael Cera can. As easy.
Yeah.
There you have it.
I don't know. I want to say he was in something dramatic that might have been good. I
Scott
can't remember.
Pilgrim.
I don't know.
You're talking about Michael Cera, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We could look it up, but we won't.
Yeah. We'll do something about
Who
it.
cares?
Whatever.
I'm already over it. Well, what was the original news? Zombieland.
Yeah. Oh no, Michael
Middleditch.
Cera was good in Molly's Game.
Never saw Molly's Game.
He's good in it though.
All right, I'll agree.
He plays the guy that's supposed to be Tobey Maguire,
Oh,
who was just a real dick and like would like torture people at poker games.
I think you were telling me about that.
Yeah.
Male scream?
Yes, Troy.
Double deucing it. So this didn't come into the Gmail. This was via Twitter
Yes.
by an OJ. Yeah, OJ Stapleton.
Yes.
Writing in saying, hey Troy, so I started watching you on Imperious Rex thanks to my Sal cosplay during a Halloween episode. But the past couple days I've gotten into the review and charm type. They're all super entertaining and I'm really enjoying them. Keep up the good work.
Good.
And I responded in kind saying, hey, thanks a lot. you should make sure to tell at Bucky for Everyone
Yeah.
and at Chelsea Dangerly. They would love to hear the kind words. And then he goes, yeah, I'm about a whole decade ahead of you on the whole parenting thing, so got some decent movie ideas I'll pass along when my two girls are that when they were that age.
Yes.
Speaking of our no baby
Operation No Baby.
we got going on the Mondays. I'll shoot y'all an email. Also love JT's whole religion rant, even though I'm pretty religious myself.
Yeah.
And
See, he gets it.
So, yeah, I mean, we weaseled ourselves out of a hole, I think, at the end of that.
Yeah. Like I said, I make the mess and you clean it up.
That's right. So, thanks a lot, OJ, for writing in. Really enjoy having some fan feedback out there.
We love hearing from our fans.
That's right. We do. And that's it. That's all I got for mail.
Okay. Well, then that's done.
Oh, boy, is it. JT, I have so many things that are done.
Really?
I got so many things. I've got 6
Good
trailers.
Lord.
Above and beyond today. 6. Can you believe it?
Oh.
Sickening, isn't it?
Oh.
We're going to be here forever talking about these things.
Well, go ahead, Troy.
All right. The first one I got dropped today,
Yeah.
and it's a sequel to a very popular animated movie from probably 4 years ago at this point.
Yeah.
Frozen.
Oh, okay. I saw that came out, but I didn't get a chance to watch it yet.
It started auto-playing after some video. Otherwise, I wouldn't have watched it either. But I did, and so here it is, because I found it an odd trailer.
Okay.
I've seen Frozen,
Yeah.
and I didn't like it that much.
Yeah.
Have you seen Frozen?
Yes, I have.
Your thoughts?
Well, Molly Pop's a big fan of it.
She's not here.
Yeah. And it's not the best story, but I do feel like it takes some turns in there that I think are kind of cool.
All right. I think it's not good.
Okay.
And I think the women in it aren't very strong.
Okay.
The redhead sister, kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Gets married to a guy without really knowing him. Spoilers for Frozen.
Yeah.
And then turns out to be a bad guy.
But it's like, I think it's a spin on like what Disney usually does, and then they take it where it's like, but what if the prince was a fucking dickhead?
Yeah, I get that. But then that's interesting for the prince, not the girl.
Yeah.
And then the main chick, Elsa, is not likable.
Yeah.
Really at all.
Yeah.
And the only reason she is because she has the popular song.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah, I get that the women aren't that strong, but I appreciate them trying to turn the whole villain on its head, and I thought them focusing more on like a sisterly relationship as opposed to, are these two gonna fuck or what?
Yeah.
was like a refreshing thing for a Disney film.
I would agree with you there. We're agreeing.
Okay.
Even though we disagree.
Yeah.
Very good. Well, anyway, Frozen 2 is odd. It starts off with, it looks like Elsa on, like, the beach of Dunkirk or something like that.
Good God.
It's all, like, brown and really gray and hazy.
Yeah.
And then she, like, takes a running start at, like, waves crashing into the beach.
Yeah.
Where she can, like, run on water and stuff because she's, like, freezing it as she is running.
She's like, Jesus.
And then she gets like washed up onto the shore, so she goes and tries it again, runs out, and then like a big, like as she freezes like a wave, and the freezing effects I think are actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then it's only freezing the top layer, so the waves are still crashing through the ice and stuff.
Oh, cool.
And the waves like crashes and like almost drowns her.
Ooh.
And then it like jumps into like some weird, like kind of like somber type of like the whole like main group again, with like the weird outdoorsy guy, the elk, and the sisters, and then Olaf are like walking through like this bleak wilderness, and I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's like the Cars 3 of Frozen.
Yes, that's exactly like it's exactly kind of that. So I don't know. It's like I'm curious to see it because I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing? You have me on the hook.
Yeah.
But still, I'm just like, I didn't like the first one enough to want to go see a second
Like
one.
Disney is like psychologically torturing all of their characters just to put out interesting trailers.
Mm-hmm.
Like, these two are fucked. Don't you want to see them how they got fucked?
It's so odd because like the last shot of the trailer is like a reverse shot where you just see all the characters from behind and they're like standing on this big kind of weird crest of a hill and they just see like this hazy autumn land in front of them and it looks kind of like a dreary kind of setting. And then you have this odd fucking cartoon snowman. like, just sticks out like a sore thumb right beside him. So I'm like, I don't know what's going on with this.
All right.
Anyway, that's Frozen 2.
Now I want to check this out. This
Check it
sounds
out, because
weird.
it's odd.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next one I got, JT. Did you see the trailer for Child's Play?
Oh, I did see this.
So, if anyone has been behind me on this,
Yeah.
then they hate Chucky.
Yeah.
I hate Chucky. I found somebody that has this huge popular thread going on about why can't anyone just defeat Chucky, just like kick him? And I'm like, finally somebody's trumpeting the same thing I've been saying for years.
Yeah.
Just fucking hit him with a broom and get him out of here. And anyway, the trailer, you don't see much of Chucky.
No.
But it looks more like a weird Small Soldiers tape.
Yeah, like they're doing like a weird robot doll type thing with it.
Yeah.
What the?
It's not like a haunted doll. It's like a...
like an artificial intelligence haywire type thing.
Yeah, like Boston Dynamics gone berserk.
Yeah.
You don't see much of Chucky, but you see Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah. God. Now I feel old. Now Aubrey Plaza's playing a mom.
Yeah.
I'm feeling old.
Well, I'm a dad.
I know. But Aubrey Plaza, I mean, you can see her on Parks and Rec where she just looks like regular,
like she's
early 20s Aubrey Plaza.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, now she's old enough to be a mom.
Now she's at least got a 6-year-old.
Yeah. Jesus.
But she probably could have.
Yeah. I mean, we could all have 6-year-olds if we tried hard enough.
That's right. We didn't.
Yeah.
Thank God. Because what do you
No
want?
offense to people that have 6-year-olds that are our age.
But all offense. Like, you didn't try, did you?
God!
I'm just joking.
Jesus.
I'm just kidding. So Child's Play, yay, nay, so far?
I mean, I'll check it out. I mean, I don't have as much hate for Chucky as a lot of people do.
Uh-huh.
I can understand that people bring in a doll and they just don't mind it.
Uh-huh.
Where it's like, oh, it killed me.
Oops.
Yeah. So it doesn't
Sounds-
bother me.
That sounds bad.
It doesn't bother me that much.
That just sounds bad to me.
Yeah.
But what do I know? I hate Chucky.
Okay.
I'm the only one I've ever seen is Bride of, so
That one's pretty bad, I've heard.
that's
so.
the only one we ever talk about.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor John Ritter.
Poor John Ritter.
Getting shot in the face with nail guns.
The next one I got, JT, is one called The Hustle,
Ooh.
starring Rebel Wilson and shoot, what's her name? I should have wrote it down.
Shoot.
Who was Catwoman in
Anne Hathaway.
Anne Hathaway? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
They are hustlers conning men into just getting them stuff or trying to get their own way by hustling.
Getting them sugar daddies.
That's right. And it looks fun. So Rebel Wilson trailers always like trick me.
Yeah.
And the one that's out now, the one where she thinks she's in a rom-com, I think I'm going to end up seeing because Chelsea really wants to see it.
Chelsea Danger was telling me that she was putting it on you.
Yeah. So I'll see that one. That one looks okay. It looks like a fun premise.
Doesn't look too bad.
But this one doesn't look like as fun as that.
Yeah.
It just looks like they're tricking dudes, which is fine.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't look like Anne Hathaway's bringing a lot to the table, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm in it for Rebel Wilson, I guess, but Anne Hathaway, I'm just like, yeah, you just coming off like you're tired or something. I don't know.
Anne Hathaway always strikes me as just a really fake person.
The only time I really had sympathy for her was that one time where her and James, or I almost said James Marsters, and that's not right.
Marsden?
Not him either. Franco
Yeah.
hosted the Oscars, and Franco was like toasted. That's the only time I felt sympathy for her.
Yeah, but even she wasn't that good. She was trying to be all like Broadway about it, like I'm the host. Where it's like, man, no wonder James Franco's high.
I had to put up with your shit all day. Jesus. So anyway, that's all I got to say about The Hustle.
That's all I got to say about that.
Next one I got is a film called Yesterday.
Yes.
See this?
No.
It's another Beatles movie,
Okay.
but it's about this like singer-songwriter that through some happenstance the power all goes out in the city that he lives in. I think it's probably New York. And then he's riding his bike when that happens and he gets hit by a car.
Yeah.
And then when he wakes up, like things are different in the world, but not by like leaps and bounds. And then he gets gifted a guitar because he got injured in this accident or whatever, and he starts just playing Let It Be.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, that is a fucking amazing song. Where did you hear that?
He just becomes famous by stealing Beatles songs in the past.
Yeah. And so he like introduces Beatles songs to the world, but he just plays all of them. And everybody is just like, how do you keep coming up with these hits?
And the real Beatles show him is like, oh, fuck me right.
Oh, he fucked me right up, eh? That's not even a Beatles accent.
What the hell are we going to sing? John, I don't know what to sing.
So it looks, so it's not, I don't think it's a comedy. It's like a drama type deal where it's like fun, and it's like, I'm playing Beatles songs, I'm bringing them to the world because they need to be heard because the Beatles are the greatest things ever or whatever.
Then the Beatles don't exist because you're fucking up all their songs.
But it's got like a big cast. I was actually surprised. It's got like a I just watched this trailer. I can't remember shit. Who was in it that I was like, oh, it's got like Kate McKinnon in it, a few Saturday Night Live people, a few like actual musicians in there. It looks fun. And I would say that like as not really a huge Beatles fan. Like I like their really popular songs.
Yeah.
But like I would never like own an album of theirs. I have just no interest. I get their contributions to the musical world.
Well, every time you talk about the Beatles, you like start talking like you're like defending yourself.
I feel like there's a few things that you can never say you hate, and the Beatles are one of them.
Like, you're always on the defense every time you bring up the Beatles.
So anyway, that's Yesterday. Check out that trailer. My next one, JT, is Shaft. Did you see this one?
No, I didn't see this.
Oh my goodness. So it's a continuation of the Shaft movie from the early 2000s.
The one that everyone forgot?
Yes. And it's also a continuation of the old series Shaft.
Yeah.
Like
I thought I saw both of them like in a picture for it.
Yeah, and and there's a new Shaft who's like the nephew of
3 Shafts
of Sam Jackson Shaft, who is like the son of old Shaft.
Man, 3 Shafts in one.
3 Shafts. And so the new Shaft, young Shaft, is like not Shaft, right?
Yeah.
He
needs to become Shaft.
He needs to become Shaft
because
because he's
Shaft.
still a little soft. He needs to become
He's
a
soft
hard
Shaft?
He needs to become a hard Shaft. And in order to do that, he needs to get with Sam Jackson Shaft and old Shaft to show him how to shaft. It looks okay. Like for like a series that I don't really care anything about, I think it looks fun.
All right.
I might check it out. Maybe not in the theater, because I don't think it's going to end up being great. But I would definitely check it out at home.
Well, we gotta check out that old Sam Jackson Shaft.
Maybe.
Okay.
I thought I heard that was kind of bad.
Okay.
But this one looks good. Or at least decent. It had me entertained for the minute and a half it was on my TV. So check out Shaft. Shaft.
Shaft 2, Shaft, Shaft, Shaft.
And then
turns into that YouTube meme of Jeopardy where Jeopardy.
Jeff. Oh, Jeopardy is so good. Check out Jeopardy on YouTube.
Yes.
It's so good. And then I only got the big one. Do you have any other ones?
I saw a trailer for a Universal film called Ma with Octavia Spencer in it. And imagine if Matthew McConaughey from Dazed and Confused was a middle-aged black woman and it was a horror film.
What?
Yeah. Octavia Spencer plays like this middle-aged black woman that comes across these teenagers that convince her to buy them beer. And then while she's there, she's like, hey, why don't you guys just come back to my place and party in my basement or whatever? So then, like, her house becomes like the party spot for all the high schoolers in the town. And then she growingly becomes more and more obsessed with high schoolers and like high school life.
Oh.
Where it's like, she was either like the dorky kid that was never popular or like was popular and is like reliving her glory days, where she's like doing some fucked up shit to get close to these high schoolers.
Oh.
And they like play it up like it's a horror film.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah. It looks pretty good. Check
All
out the
right.
trailer.
All right. Ma.
Yeah.
All right. I'll check that out. Sounds good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's no Shaft.
It's no Shaft, but I mean, it looks good.
Oh, man. So then all you got is like the big one, huh?
Oh, I got that big one.
God damn, big one.
Yeah. Big Willie Styles all in it.
You said it the best. So, Aladdin dropped a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Now.
First look.
And it's
Special look.
Taken the world by storm.
People can't get enough of that Will Smith genie.
It showed the genie in his full glory.
Yeah. His super muscular back and his very flabby front.
See, I don't think you look flabby.
Not flabby, but it's like, it's a very disproportioned body.
Like, he's got the same build as, like, the animated genie.
Yeah, sure.
It's just, if he just had that one line, like, across his stomach, it'd be like, that separates his pecs from his gut. That's his physique. Yeah. And then he's got this totally ripped back.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
It's kind of what I expected for the genie, and yet I was still taken back by it.
It looks like his face is floating all over his head.
Yes.
It looks like his face, like his head is trying to catch up to his face.
Yes. His face is superimposed on this CGI yoked out friggin' genie body.
Yeah.
And it's very noticeable.
Yeah. The best I heard it was someone said that his facial expressions don't match like what his body movements are. And it's like you can't really tell until you like separate them. Whereas like his face is just kind of like there, and then his body's like doing all these animated movements where it's like those two things are not in the same room at the same time.
And then he's just like Will Smith. Like, he's not like playing a character.
Yeah.
Which I kind of thought was going to be the case.
Yeah.
Because if he's going to be self-referential and like be that kind of like Robin Williams-y type, but not be a Robin Williams, I kind of expected him just to be Will Smith.
Yeah.
But even like hearing that still, I was like, Because it's odd when it's in like a real life setting of like this Middle East setting.
Mm-hmm.
And everything's kind of true to life. There's small fantastical elements to it, but then there's like a full out 21st century talking genie in it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Mo, I don't know about this.
Yeah. And then the whole thing with Jafar, they show, like, he's not the old man when he leads him to the Cave of Wonders. So then it's like, why are you following this weird sorcerer into the desert? Like, doesn't that put up any red flags for you?
Yeah, well, maybe they promised him bread. I don't know. But that doesn't bother me so much.
Like, the old man thing worked because he presented himself as like, hey, I'll let you out of jail, but you have to follow me. Or it's like, okay. But then it's like, why would you follow a sorcerer? He looks like a fucking sorcerer into the desert. And he's like, I promise nothing bad's going to happen to you. Bullshit.
Yeah.
Jasmine looks good, though.
Yeah. Aladdin looks good. Apu. Killing it.
Was he in it?
Yeah, Apu was on Aladdin's shoulder.
Okay. I mean, Aladdin's fine. I thought Jasmine looked really good, though.
But I mean, for what little we see of her.
Yeah.
But
she was in Power Rangers, and she was good in that.
I don't remember much of Power Rangers, to be honest.
Hey, well, from what I remember, she was good.
Great. But yeah, Aladdin. I would like to see more of this. To see what you know what? I'm just gonna say right now, I'll probably fall into it. The movie will probably be fine.
All right.
I'm not gonna put all my judgments right now. I'm gonna put a hard, soft stance on this.
Aladdin is like my top right now.
Okay.
And I don't know. I don't think it's gonna deliver for me.
Right. I'm just gonna say right now, definitively, it'll probably be fine.
As the one American Idol judge would always say, it's a no for me, dog.
R.I.P.
I don't think he's dead. I can't remember his name right now.
Randy Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
Why
yeah.
can I remember his name but nobody else's name today? Out of everyone.
Are you the president of the Randy Jackson fan club?
Yeah. And I have open memberships readily available.
Can I be a member?
No.
Okay,
you couldn't
good.
even remember his name.
Yeah. I'll promise I'll remember. Can I?
Do you promise?
Yeah, I promise.
Okay.
Psych, I don't want to be part of it.
You fucker. You got me. Well, JT, what do we got in the tourney? What's coming up in the old tourney world over here?
Troy, this last week, I think we had like the most voters for a single matchup. We had like 16 votes.
Yes.
For Christine versus Roadhouse.
It was a popular one.
Yeah, but Roadhouse took it in the end.
Yes.
So Roadhouse has been added to the tournament. So we have the top 8. We've got Drag Me to Hell, Platoon, The Amazing Spider-Man, The Edge, Children of Men, The Day After Tomorrow, National Lampoon's Vacation, and now Roadhouse.
Great.
The Great 8, as they say,
yes,
are in the books, which leads us to our first quarterfinals match, which leads us to, I know your favorite part of the shows, Troy, doing that motherfucking trivia.
Give me that triv.
And this time I had to figure out facts that would be hard to differentiate between Drag Me to Hell versus Platoon. So we'll see how you do here, Troy.
All right. It might be probably easier than you think.
We'll see.
All right.
I did my best.
Okay.
As always, Troy, we have 8 facts.
Yep.
At least 3 from each movie. 2 could be from either or, spread throughout. Your job is to figure out which fact is from which movie. Troy, you ready?
Yes.
All right. Fact number 1. The main actor or actress did most of his or her own stunts.
Platoon.
That is Drag Me to Hell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, my.
The young lady in that did pretty much most of her own stunts.
Okay. All right.
So good for her.
Good.
Number 2. One of the rare films from this director that doesn't feature an appearance from a particular actor.
What was the question?
One of the rare films from this director that doesn't feature an appearance from a particular actor.
Oh. Is this Drag Me to Hell?
It is Drag Me to Hell, Troy. Bruce Campbell
Yes.
does not appear in
Okay.
Drag Me to Hell. He was
Okay.
busy filming Burn Notice, I guess, at this time.
Cool.
Could not make an appearance.
Great.
Number 3, Troy. Number 3. The director purposely cast against type to make characters' actions seem unpredictable.
Platoon.
It is Platoon. He definitely aimed for the more popular leading men type to do the more dastardly actions, and then aimed for the more actors cast as villains to do the more noble actions. To make them
Dastardly.
yes. Hence why Willem Dafoe is like the most righteous person in the whole movie.
He's got the most dastardly looking face.
Yeah. What the hell?
What the hell?
First we attack his heart. I mean, how can you love a face like that, Trey? My house.
You can't. Even a mother throws it away.
Fuck that shit. I love Willem Dafoe.
Same.
Number 4. A different actor or actress plays the main character in a few scenes at the end.
I don't know. Drag Me to Hell.
It is Drag Me to Hell.
Oh,
They
that was a
had a
guess.
completely different woman playing her at the end for some scenes. I don't know how they got away with it. I know she's like covered in mud or something, so maybe they
Oh,
got away with it that way.
okay.
I don't know.
Huh.
Who knows?
Oh, but not me.
It's true.
That was a full-on guess.
We're totally fucked on that part.
Yep.
Uh,
Yep.
Number 5. A Mad Magazine reference in the film made the director laugh hysterically.
Platoon.
It is Platoon. One of the people wrote on his helmet a picture of Alfred E. Newman with the text bubble, "What me worry," and I guess it made Stanley Kubrick laugh hysterically for no reason at all.
Just had him in stitches.
Yeah, he was losing his shit. Or no, it's Oliver Stone. Was it Oliver Stone that did it?
Oh,
Platoon?
no.
I think it's Kubrick. I want to say it's Kubrick.
Let me look it up.
Look it up.
Look it up, T-Max. Look it up. Platoon. Spell it right? Oh, here we go. Oh, that's a video game. Here we go. It is... Where is the fucking director in this? All cast and crew? No. I don't know. Go on to your next one.
Okay. Number 6. A goat puppet was used in the filming of this movie.
A goat puppet.
Yeah.
Drag Me to Hell.
It was Drag Me to Hell.
Okay.
A goat puppet was used, I guess, in a sacrifice of some sort.
Goat puppet. Oliver
Goat puppet.
Stone.
Oliver Stone, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver Stone laughed hysterically at a Mad Magazine.
Good job, Ollie.
He's good. Made that awesome Alexander movie.
Oh, God. Fuck that movie.
Number 7. The main character was pitched to a famous singer who was found dead with the script in his or her presence.
Platoon?
It is Platoon. The main character was pitched to John Morrison. Or, not John Morrison.
The wrestler?
Not the... No. What the fuck is the singer's name? From The Doors.
Oh, I don't... Something Morrison it is.
Yeah. People are going to be pissed at me.
We just can't remember shit today. Should I look
Yeah.
up The Doors?
Sure.
Doors. The rock band.
Yeah. Jim Morrison.
Oh, it just went to like... Fuck. I picked rock band and it got me like Home Depot deals. It is Jim Morrison.
Yeah. So yeah, the main character in Platoon was pitched to Jim Morrison, and when
Directed by Oliver Stone.
yeah, and when they found him dead in his, I think he was found dead in a hotel room. They found the script like in the hotel room.
Oh, fun.
So Charlie Sheen's part could have been played by Jim Morrison.
Oh, I've never seen Platoon. I probably already said that,
Right.
but
Yeah, I think you did too.
I don't know much about it.
It's GHD's dad's favorite movie.
Oh yeah, I'll get him on the show.
Last fact, Troy. Actual marijuana was smoked during a specific scene in this film.
Platoon.
It is Platoon.
Great.
Yes. In fact, they smoked so much that Willem Dafoe was like hallucinating at one point
Oh god.
while they were trying to film this. So there you go, Troy. You did pretty good.
Yeah, I only missed one.
I think you missed one. Yeah.
Woo!
You done good.
I done did it.
You done did
I
it.
done did it.
So there you go. Drag Me to Hell versus Platoon. We'll see which film moves on next week. You got any favorites, Troy, out of those two?
I think I'm gonna go for Platoon right now.
Really?
I like Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
I've seen Drag Me to Hell.
Yeah.
I've only seen it once.
Yeah.
It was a while ago, but I've never seen Platoon,
Hmm.
and I think I should because it's considered a classic.
It is.
So I'm gonna get on that.
Okay.
That's my choice.
You know, I'm leaning towards that as well, Troy. We'll see what moves on.
Get GHG Senior on here.
Come on.
Tell us about Vietnam.
Tell us about, yeah. Tell us some really cripplingly sad stories from Vietnam.
Oh my god. So with that all out of the way, we're gonna jump right in to the main event of the evening.
Event.
The Lego Movie 2 : the second part. I did it for dramatic effect.
My God.
Dropped in our laps February 8th, 2019. And as of the 12th
Yeah.
of February, it so far has raked in $38.1 million with a worldwide box office of $56.6 million with an estimated budget of somewhere upwards towards $100 million.
Yeah. So it didn't do as well as they wanted it to.
No, it was estimated to make $55 million on its first weekend, and
Yeah.
it made $34.
Yeah. So
That's like almost half.
yeah.
I mean, it's more than half of what it
Yeah.
made, but that's not good necessarily.
No.
I mean, it'd still have legs and run for a little bit, but
I don't know if did you see a lot of marketing for this?
I mean, it's weird. Not really, but
No.
I know the first one I saw a shit ton of marketing for.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those movies where I was aware that it was that it was coming out, but I wasn't aware of how early it was gonna come out.
Mhm.
Because it struck me as odd that I was like, oh shit, Lego Movie 2 is like coming out like
In
next
a
week.
week. Yeah, I was the same way. But I get, but it's weird because like I don't see a lot of ads now for anything really.
Yeah.
So like things can just, I'm like, oh, that's out now. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, this, like even when we reviewed Lego Movie last week, I was still surprised that it came out like that the week that we reviewed it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, I gotta go see that because like I kind of forgot about it until Sunday afternoon. I'm like, oh shit, I gotta see Lego Movie 2 sometime. And it's supposed to fucking really snow around here.
Yeah.
So I even texted you like, hey, I might not be able to see this because I didn't say like I forgot about it.
Yeah.
But that's what was happening.
Oh no, I had Molly Pop lined up and everything. We were ready to go.
That's good.
But
I ended up seeing it after work because Chelsea stayed home from work. So I didn't have to pick up the little one.
there you go.
So I had a day to myself.
Day to yourself.
Good old day to myself. Anyway, let's see. What do we got? Where do we leave off? Oh, Rotten Tomatoes has it at an 85%.
Ooh, that's pretty high.
It actually has been dropping the last few days because I've been kind of keeping tabs on it.
Uh-oh.
The first time I checked it was at 92%.
Wow.
Oh, I know. IMDb has it at a 7.2 out of 10. Metacritic, 65%.
Wow.
So we're on a gradual decline here.
Yeah.
And Flickering Myth, gives it 3 stars.
Okay.
I don't know out of what.
Don't know what.
Don't know.
Yeah.
Didn't look.
Metacritic's weird because they usually are pretty high for films.
Mm-hmm. And I usually take Metacritic's more, their percentage is more serious.
Yeah.
As like an IMDb one.
Yeah.
And I know Rotten Tomatoes isn't like an actual like score, it's just an aggregate of scores.
Yeah.
But yeah, it seems to me that seems kind of low for Metacritic.
Uh-oh. Spoiler. Review spoiler.
Well, that's like 65%. That's like a
Yeah.
almost
Like
failing grade.
Yeah. Like there's some shitty ass movies that get like at least 70 on Metacritic.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, so we already said that it dropped 20 million in its opening weekend from its estimated 55.
Yeah.
This is also compared to the first Lego movie,
Yeah.
its opening weekend made almost $70 million.
Yeah, that's woof.
And I mean, they really did promote it,
Yeah.
but like, that's a big drop. You would
Yeah.
think just by name alone that this movie would have done a little better.
Yeah. Well, now there's been a little more of an oversaturation of Lego movies too, where it's like we got Batman, the Ninjago one.
Yeah,
Like I feel like maybe the luster might have fallen.
That's true.
The dew might have fallen off the lily a little bit, so to say.
Sure. Especially if like people were like, yeah, if they're getting like diminutive returns from
Yeah.
them too.
Yep.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
That
Or
makes
maybe they're
sense.
like, oh, I think I've had enough Legos.
And they're coming out pretty frequently. Like one like every probably
Yeah.
9 months
I
or
mean,
so.
yeah, in the course of 5 years, we've had 4 Lego movies come out.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. I don't have any other stats, but JT, what's going on in the Lego Movie 2?
Well, we pick up right where Lego Movie 1 left off, where Bricksburg is being taken over by the Duplos, which are the toys of the sister of the small boy we meet at the end of Lego Movie. And they have turned Bricksburg into a apocalyptic wasteland, so much so that they have now changed their name to Apocalypseburg. And now they are always on defense of these strange characters that come out of what is known as a Sistar system.
Mm-hmm.
Until one day, a strange character comes down in a ship and takes a lot of our familiar characters from the Lego Movie, including Lucy, and drives away to where Emmett takes it upon himself to go out into the great unknown and save his beloved friends.
Yes. There you go. I actually missed the first couple minutes of this movie because I showed up late
Okay.
to the screening. But I caught on pretty quick. The last thing I saw, or the first thing I saw was Superman saying Batman has been doing his own solo adventure or something like that. And then they go through, like, into space.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's pretty much like right when they're still describing what's happened up to this point.
Okay.
Because they do a whole thing. Did you see the part where they were making fun of Justice League?
No.
They have a part where they send their mightiest heroes, which is the Justice League,
Right.
and they even have a Jason Momoa Aquaman that
Right.
all he does is go, "Yeah, my man," as he's getting into the spaceship.
Oh, damn, I would have loved to have seen that.
He's just bouncing around, going, "Yeah, my man, yeah, my man."
Damn it. Oh, well.
Like, and then as they're closing the doors, he's going, "Wahoo!"
Damn it. I wish I would have seen that. If there's anything that I could applaud this Lego movie on is that I still like am in love with this animation.
Yeah, it all looks good.
Mm-hmm. And I think I don't think that it's like leaps and bounds like over the first one.
Yeah.
But like I just really love like all like the semi stop motion
Yeah.
like look to it, and the way they just like throw and build stuff together.
Yeah.
It's all really cool.
Yeah. Like the only thing I would like they don't really build off of the creativity of the first one, but it still stays pretty true to the first one.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Right. They still actually have like the same, like, I don't know if this is a spoiler or not. I'll bring that up in spoilers. Never mind.
Got it.
I did like the introduction of like the Duplo stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought it was like a fun idea. They also have like other Lego-ish type of brands too, like that in the Sistar system.
Yeah.
That's not really Duplo, is it?
Yeah, what are they called? Like Tyke or something? I like, it's those ones where it's like they're a more action figure than Lego figure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember the names of them.
But anyway, so I thought that was kind of fun. It's just not strictly Lego stuff.
Yeah.
And I really liked the overall like message of this movie, which I'll get to more in spoilers.
Yeah, I'm really curious to what you think, because I think you are probably you have more experience with like what they're trying to convey in this than I do.
I can see that.
But yeah, I'm curious to see what you think, because I thought like the message of the first one, I thought the second one complements it really well, especially with like, it's not much of a spoiler where it's like we're pretty much like shown right away that it's like this is going to involve the sister.
Yeah.
Because especially on like how the first one ends, where it's like now we're dealing with like a brother-sister relationship, and I think how they play with like how the story goes in this, I thought it was a cool addendum to how the first one is.
Yeah, and I even like when it was coming up to this movie too, when we were talking about it, and we're like, I don't know if they're gonna be doing any of that stuff in this one, or if they're just gonna go leave like the quote real world aspect like kind of behind.
No, I'm glad they still did.
Yeah, me too.
That was what kind of the charm was of the first one, where it's like you're watching all of this Lego chaos, but then it like grounds it to where it's like, well, this is actually like a boy playing out like his real issues with his dad.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, cool, all right.
Yeah.
But I think almost like I'll say like I don't think the comedy is as strong in the second one as it was in the first one, but I think like with what they're trying to say in certain ways, I think the second one's kind of smarter with how it tries to play itself off. And I'll talk more about that in spoilers, but it's like what they're trying to do as opposed to what they're doing in the first one. I think it takes a lot more to think through and like try and make it make sense while also trying to convey this, and I think they did a pretty good job of that.
Yeah, I could agree. I love the extensive voice cast in this. They're all like, any character in this is like another celebrity.
Yeah,
that just like jumped in for the recording booth for a day.
Yeah,
to do something, which I really like. And I also really love the music in this movie. Yeah,
I mean, there's some of like the like try to like play it off as a musical songs are not that great, or like they're like not terrible, but they weren't as catchy. But that fucking pop song where they brainwash people, it's been stuck in my head ever since I saw the movie.
Yes. And I was also stoked to see that John LaJoie wrote that song.
It seems like a Jean LaJoie song.
And like, if anyone doesn't know him, he was like on The League, and he made like a ton of YouTube videos like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That I've loved him since that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he's so good. We went to go see him live.
Yep.
Oh my god, it was amazing.
Yeah.
And he said that he was quoted saying like, everything is awesome is like an earworm from the couple years ago, and he just wanted to take that but then turn it up to 11.
Yeah.
And it's just earworm catchiness, can't get it out of your head.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's not even really an inventive type of song.
No, it's not.
But it plays on all the tropes of like a pop catchy tune.
Yeah.
That it's like you can't help but not sing it to yourself.
It's a pretty ingenious song, especially for this too, where it's like the whole thing is they're brainwashing. It's used to brainwash people, but it's like a song that's just very meta, where it tells it. The whole song is about how this song that they're singing is going to be stuck in your head.
Yeah.
But then the EDM bass line that they have in there, it literally feels like someone is taking a hammer and nails and nailing a nail into your eardrum so that it's stuck there forever. Where, I almost feel it too, where I'm like, it's getting more and more stuck inside of me with every beat that drops.
Yeah. And at the same time, you're just like, I kind of like this.
Yeah.
It's good. And they even had a play on Everything is Awesome in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
They do they sing it in the beginning? Or do they sing like a different version of it?
Yeah, there's a different version of it in the beginning.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah. It's just like really super cheery version of it.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, off the music, but back to like the voice cast. I love that Chris Pratt played his two roles in this.
Yeah.
Really great.
Yeah.
I liked Wreck Danger Vest a lot in this.
Rex Danger Vest is pretty much a play on every single thing Chris Pratt plays.
Yeah. Outside of the Lego, he's like, I'm Rex Dangervest. I'm a dinosaur hunter, cowboy, spaceman, or whatever.
Yeah, there's even a scene where like he pretty much says that he's a cowboy ninja Viking without saying cowboy ninja Viking. Did you catch that?
I didn't catch that.
He calls him. I think he says that like in certain circles I'm called Star Nunchuck something or whatever.
Really?
Yeah, like he actually spells out cowboy ninja Viking, but it's
Jesus
like not. He doesn't
Christ.
say that.
Christ. It's and his character is really fun too. And there's like a bit of a fun twist on that I thought was fairly well done, I think, in the movie.
Yeah, I think with what they were trying to say, it's definitely a more far out storyline than what would have been in the first one.
Yeah.
But I think with what they were trying to say, I thought it made sense.
Yeah. There is like some questionable stuff once it gets like to the end and that like fleshes his character out a little bit more. Then I'm like, does this break the universe? Well, I'll talk to Joel about it, see what he thinks.
Yeah. I liked it. Well,
okay.
So I'll talk you through it, Troy. I'll hold your hand.
Great. I'm trying to think of like any criticism I have. So like so in the first movie they used the Craggle. And you're like, what are they talking about the Craggle? When you finally see it, it's just like, oh, it's crazy glue.
Yeah.
But the letters are scratched out.
Yeah.
They do that kind of trope joke in this a lot.
Yeah. I think it's because like this one is, I think this sequel is kind of doomed from the beginning because it was like you're going into a movie where you already kind of know the twist, because the twist in the first one was that, oh, this is an actual person playing with Legos and you're seeing it through their eyes. You're entering this, like they don't even shy away from it, because they even start out with showing the scene from the beginning where the dad is telling the son like, well, now your sister can play down here and shit. So it's like, okay, so now we know that there are humans involved in the actions of these Legos.
Yeah.
So that twist is completely gone. So I think with them doing that a lot, they were trying to throw people off on what they're talking about, because they know they're talking about something that's human based. Whereas like in the first one, like they were saying gibberish words and you were like, what is that? And then as they reveal, it's like, oh, they're talking about an actual item that exists.
It just is like one thing. As much as, I don't know, they probably did it for like 3 big things. Like even the Star system.
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh, okay, that's cute, I guess.
Yeah.
And then they did it for like the
Bina Storage.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then maybe they did it for like one more thing too, and I'm like, oh man, you're like
Yeah.
beating this to death.
Yeah, there's Mamageddon.
Yes.
It's like they do a lot of things. But I mean, I didn't hate it. It didn't like totally.
It
take
didn't
me
like
out
throw
of it.
me out,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, it's just like it's so lazy to me to like do that for so many things.
But I
Maybe
think that's
if they
because
doubled down on it.
yeah. But I think that was because like they were just like trying to mispronounce a bunch of shit just to like kind of throw people off. Where it's like if people just thought they were gibberish words, it'd be easier. But now people are like catching on that these are actual things. So now we have to let's do a bunch of gibberish words. So it's like you have to figure this out to figure this out to figure this out.
I suppose.
I don't know.
You're not gonna win this one. I'm
know,
still gonna feel like I feel.
It didn't completely take me out of it or like make me like think less of it. I knew what they were trying to do. It's
Okay.
just it is what it is.
Even when like you're going into it and you kind of know what you think you know what the twist is because you know it's got that real life aspect added into this.
Yeah.
I thought the end of this also had like a surprising twist to it.
Yeah.
Like that I didn't exactly see how it was coming.
Yeah.
I had like an inkling. I'm like, something is going to be wrong here. But it ended up kind of doing like a double on you.
Yeah. Like
which I really appreciate.
Yeah, this one I thought they were kind of smart with it where like the twist in the first one was that there's something going on outside the Lego universe that you're watching.
Yeah.
But with this one, like you were kind of expecting them to show that there's something going on outside the Lego universe, so then they made the twist happen like inside the Lego universe.
Yeah.
I thought it was
pretty good.
Yeah, that was cool where it's like, "Oh, wait, it's happening here? Oh shit. Okay."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it took me like it all kind of happened all at the same time too, and I'm like, "Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That was really well done." I thought that was really smart. And even at around the same time too in the real life world, like things are happening and I'm like, wow, this is all coming to a head really pretty good here near the end.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do this like this whole episode we're not talking openly about it because it's odd. Because I feel like I'm gonna verge into just talking very openly about it if you haven't seen it yet.
We're just doing like review Mad Libs where like I can't believe noun did verb.
Exactly. So Rex Dangervest is really fun.
Yeah.
We've already said that, but I also like that he like has, because he's such like a tough guy character. I like that he did like put Chris Pratt put on like a weird John Wayne type of accent.
He did.
And like it's like a weird subtle John Wayne type thing that he was doing.
Yeah.
I really liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Especially juxtaposed when he's like essentially talking to himself.
Yeah.
When he's like the happy, jovial kind of like Andy from Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I'm Rex Dangervest, and then he'll go and like start talking about like
we're
what we gotta do.
go to the star system.
yeah. So buckle up there, Pilgrim. It's a good. It was a good deal. Anyway,
he does so many comments about like how he's more chiseled now and shit. Like, it's just so much like. It literally is you're like watching like Chris Pratt now talking to Andy from Parks and Rec.
It is because like what was the one line he has like, I was just hidden under that flabby physique or something like that.
I'm a chiseled jaw that was hidden under so much baby fat or something.
Yeah, I'm like, man, you were just putting your whole career out on the line in this movie.
I know.
That was like the meta jokes in this were really good.
Oh yeah, they go super meta. They even do a burn on Avengers Infinity War near the end here too.
I don't remember that joke.
I'll bring it up in spoilers.
Okay, I remember them making a joke against Marvel, which I thought was funny. They did that kind of early on in the movie.
Yeah.
Is that not? That's not the same.
No.
About?
It's like right near the end. They do a pretty funny burn against Infinity War.
I don't remember, but I did like the Marvel joke near the beginning where like all the Justice League is gone. And it's like, what about all the other heroes? Like, oh, Marvel doesn't play ball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's
And then
good.
like they even do like a thing when like after all the heroes are gone, then they're like, all we have left is this one guy, an old Aquaman.
Oh yeah, we've got oh fuck, what it was. It's
Like all the heroes left, all the heroes.
Off-brand Harry Potter, Larry Potter.
Yeah.
And we have
Old Aquaman.
unlicensed Aquaman or something like that.
No, I think they call him an old Aquaman because the Jason Momoa one is the one that goes with him.
That's right.
Like, all we have left is old Aquaman and
An
Larry.
unlicensed Harry Potter, Larry Potter. Oh, very good. Anyway, you want to jump into spoilers?
Sure. So before we do that, do you recommend people go out and see this?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I think
that's-
it's super fun.
Yeah, I will say I think I like the first Lego movie better, but yeah, this one I think is a really cool companion to the first one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they do aspects of like quote unquote playing in like completely different ways than they do in the first one.
Yeah, I do. I think
And
you're right.
it's I think it's once you catch on to what they're doing, I think it's a really cool concept.
Mm-hmm. I think I agree. I would check it out. At the theater that I was at, there was just as many kids as like guys my age watching it. So like, I was like, yeah. It definitely works for every crowd because it's got like fun meta jokes of like things you'll recognize outside in like public, not public domain, but like in like they reference like, for instance, like a ton of Batman stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you watch like all the other movies, you'll pick up on jokes there.
Yeah.
So it's really kind of fun. As long as we're in spoilers right now.
Yeah.
Speaking about
tune out.
Batman in this.
Yeah.
He plays a really heavy part in this again.
Yeah.
And I think I'm getting a little sick of him.
See, I've heard people say that I don't think he's super heavy. Like he is in this a lot, but I feel like his part is not as important as like other people's in this.
Well, he's not as like important as like Emmett.
Yeah.
But like,
yeah, he's in it quite a bit. But
they lean on him a lot though.
Yeah, but I like his like why he's so prominently displayed though.
Yeah.
Cuz he's like I think he's like the son's favorite toy.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
And it's like when you like see like what they're trying to do in terms of like what's being played out, like how Batman is being put on display, like you can kind of see where like really Batman's doing that.
Yeah.
Like yeah, I think it's pretty funny that they're doing it like that.
I can see that. So the overall message in this, do you want to jump into that, or do you want to jump?
Sure.
Into
I mean,
things?
yeah, we can just kind of jump around now that we're in spoilers. Like literally, I took the movie as like the first Lego movie is you're watching a kid play out his relationship with his dad through like how he plays with Legos. So you're watching one particular kid play with Legos and see like what his imagination comes up with while he's playing with Legos. In this one, I think the cool aspect of this is that you're watching two people play together.
Yes.
And seeing like I think that like I've heard a lot of reviews for this where people say that they think the story is like disjointed and it kind of like goes off in random directions at certain points where it's like that's the point because you're watching two people play with the same thing. Yeah. Like I love that because I've been in that situation. I've had like little cousins that'll like I had action figures like as a kid and we'd play with action figures together and they're literally the storyline of what we were doing would change every 5 minutes. Yeah. Like there would be like, oh my god, there's a lava spill by this couch to where it's like, oh, now we're having this big gun battle over here. Like it's literally like what happens where it's like you're just following the mentality of one person to another person and then like there's some fucking fighting that happens every once in a while where you're like, he's not dead. He's got this invincibility ray
Right,
thing where it's
right.
like, no, you're cheating. And then
Right.
you start fighting with each other. Which that's why I love like how the Duplos were invincible when they showed up. Where it's like you could see like a smaller kid be like, you can't shoot them because they're invincible.
Oh, that's classic. Yeah, I really liked the message in this movie that it goes from the first movie where it has like that father-son relationship, and then in this one it's like a sibling relationship.
Yeah, even down to like when they actually start fighting, then President Biz is like, I'm going golfing. See you guys.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
The dad just takes off.
I think it's a really strong message. We can double back to it like near the end to like make like a whole point, but whatever. Because I think actually that's not as interesting of it as an idea. It's a great message, but it's not as interesting an idea as what they're doing like inside the like Lego world.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's a really cool, sweet message that they come across, because there's some points in this where they really play up the sentiment, and I'm like, I am falling for this. Like, I'm welling up.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a soft 30-year-old something man, and now I'm just like crying at every drop of a hat.
But like just the sibling thing, I think they do that, and they also do like a cool way of trying to show how the son is like starting to go through puberty and adolescence now. Like, especially with like all the things that he's doing, and like that's what Rex Dangervest is like him getting to this point now where like he's starting to see the world in a completely different way.
Right. Even like Apocalypseburg, it's like edgy and
it's
stuff like
it's
that.
him being like he's entering that brooding
angsty.
like everything sucks.
Yeah.
And then you have this one little voice where it's Emmett
And I
being
just
like,
watched Mad Max.
Yeah. I fucking love Mad Max. And it's
Best
just,
movie ever.
Yeah, but then you have this like one little voice that's Emmett where it's like, come on, go back into having fun. And everyone else is like, shut up.
Yeah.
You're stupid.
Right. Like so even in that, I liked in the very beginning where Wildstyle like is up on the like Statue of Liberty looking out and like doing her brooding monologuing and stuff like that. That was really fun. And then Emmett comes up and tries and he's just like can't get the hang of it, and then he ends up like just telling him about a dream, and then it ends up getting all fucked up, and she's like, man, that is working. And it's like, that's really messed up. And then but then he like has this like moment of brightness where he's like, hey, look what I made for you. And it's like this beautiful, just like little pristine, like colorful house.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then later on when they're on the run from this, what's the name of that like winged future space person?
I can't remember. It was like it was like something like the not the Annihilator, but it was like the Chaos. I don't know.
Anyway, when they're on the run from that person, and like that house gets destroyed when they're like in that big Lego mobile or whatever, and and Emmett like turns around and looks at it, and he's just like sad, and I'm like, oh my god, like for whatever reason that really struck me. I was like, oh, that's all he wanted was like a nice life, and that's like he can't have it. Like, jeez Louise.
Like, I don't know, for some reason like I was like really getting like these vibes of like something is happening in the family, like the mom left or something, because they kept doing all this shit where it's like they kept saying like the mom apocalypse, and like they did that whole thing where like Emmett's trying to build this happy family, and then things just keep like destroying it, where I'm like, did something happen with the mom and dad where like now they're doing something where like the son is like lashing out or whatever. Like I was like really reading into like a bunch of this shit. Granted, it ended up being more simple than that.
Yeah.
But I was like, are they like playing on like, it's like siblings like fighting about like how the sister wants the mom to come back, but
oh my god.
Yeah, like I was really reading into it to where it's like, oh no, it's way simpler than that. I'm really trying to read more into this Lego movie than what it really is.
I really want to make this super sad.
Yeah.
For me, for no reason.
I need this to be more depressing just for my sake.
Oh man. I really when they got to the Sistar system and he meets up with Rex Dangervest.
Yeah.
I really started enjoying this here because it gets like fun and wacky, and where they're in like the sisters' room or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you're saying like before, when it's like it really is juxtaposition and jumping around from like tone and stuff.
Yeah,
like, but I totally caught on to that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like every time you're with Emmett and Rex, it's very like action based and like we're doing this. Look at all this cool stuff.
So much that their spaceship is a fist.
Yeah, their spaceship is yeah. And then you go to like the rest of the characters where they're on that whatever planet on the Sistar system, and they're just like, there's the Queen What I Want to Be, where it's just like it's a total like thing like a little kid would do, where it's like I got this character that does anything it wants to do,
right?
And like they even like play on like how girls play with stuff too, where it's like everything there is not about like fighting and like how badass you are. It's about this person's marrying this person, and oh look, Batman's mowing the lawn. Or it's like I've totally been in like when I was like a kid, I would like do play dates with like girls and stuff, and I'd like bring like my action figures, and they'd be like, well, Raphael from the Ninja Turtles is gonna marry her, and I'm like, that's stupid. They'd never do that. Which that's why I love the whole thing of like the Queen marrying Batman, where it's like if Batman is like the son's favorite character or favorite like Lego character,
right?
Like you could totally see him being like, Batman would never marry anybody. He's brooding from the loss of his parents.
Right. Where, he could never find happiness.
Yeah. He can't marry anybody. He's Batman. He's like, and then like the sisters being like, well, he's going to marry my queen or whatever, so blah.
Yeah.
And then they start fighting.
Right.
Like, I've been in that situation. Like, it's not too far off from like how kids play with each other.
Right. It's not. It's exactly how kids play with each other.
Yeah, it's so spot on.
So once they get to the Sistar system, and who is all abducted? It's Wildstyle.
Yeah. 80s Spaceman.
Yep.
Metal Beard.
Oh yes. And then Batman and
Lucy.
Who's Lucy?
Wildstyle.
Yeah, Wildstyle, and then there's somebody. Oh, like Unikitty.
Oh yeah, Princess Unikitty.
Yeah. So they're all abducted, and so Emmett is trying to like chase after him, meets up with Rex Dangervest because his spaceship gets caught into like an asteroid field.
Yeah.
Gets picked up by old Rex. Gets in his fist-shaped spaceship that's run by velociraptors.
They're like doing shit, like drinking coffee and shit too.
And then I love that he gets subtitles for all the raptor speak. It's pretty great because it's all just like nonchalant, just like regular stuff.
Yeah, like just like Case of the Mondays and all this shit. Just like saying random shit.
But they end up making it to the Sistar system and then meeting up with Wildstyle eventually.
Which I love when they like start revealing more and more about Wildstyle, or Lucy as they call her in this. Like, you start to like realize that like the son, when he got her, like maybe like butched her up more than what she was.
Yeah.
Because then like there's like a scene where like something happens where like the black ink from her hair washes out, so you find out that her hair was that pink and blue color all along. Where it's like maybe like his parents got her for him one day, and he's like, oh my god, she's so girly, and then just like colored her hair black.
Yeah.
Where like I think I did that with some action figures when I was a kid, where my mom would like buy me something that's more for girls, and I'd be like, well, I gotta butch this thing up somehow. I can't just like walk around willingly with this purely girl thing.
With this Ken doll, I know it's a guy.
Yeah.
But at the same time,
I'm pretty sure my parents bought me an MC Hammer Barbie doll.
Oh, I remember that thing.
Yeah, and it came with a tape that said "Too legit to quit" on one side and "Can't touch us" on the other side.
That's an amazing gift.
It is, but it was a Barbie doll.
It was a Barbie doll. MC Hammer was putting his name on everything at that time.
No shit.
He needed to make all that money back.
Yeah.
So Anyway, they all meet up together, and they're trying to spring the rest of the group that was captured because they've been brainwashed by
with the amazing song.
Yeah.
I love when they like catch up with like the Justice League and they're all covered in glitter, which is like a total girl thing.
Yeah.
Just cover everything you own in glitter.
It was great.
They're like living in a suburb mowing lawns, and Green Lantern and Superman are living together.
And I love too that like it really plays on like the weird Stepford Wives type of vibe where they get in and like everything's kind of the same.
Yeah.
And like everyone's like, no, we love it here.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh my God, this is kind of creepy. And like you really don't know at that point like where it's kind of going.
Yeah, and like the movie still kind of sticks with the son's point of view because everything that's going on that the sister's involved with seems kind of sinister.
Yeah.
Like they even have like a song that plays out where the queen what a wannabe is like trying to convince them that she's actually like has their best interest in mind, but it's all done very sinisterly where it's like, no, I'm not evil. It's like, okay, well you're saying that, but I'm kind of taking it a completely different way.
That song's pretty fun. I love that.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
No, yeah, like the songs I don't think they're like as expertly done, but I did like them in the long run. Like that one, and then the I don't like Gotham City Guys one.
That was good.
Where she's like trying to win over Batman by saying she'd rather fuck Superman.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that guy sucks. You should get with me. And then he just ends with him proposing to her.
Yeah, it was good. So when they eventually they formulate a plan, all the while Rex Dangervest thinking like, whoa, this Lucy chick seems like she's probably gonna turn on us.
Yeah.
Emmett, you probably should have your hackles up a little bit here. And so they form a plan to storm this wedding ceremony that's going to go down with
It's on this like temple that's like in the shape of a wedding cake.
Yeah. And they have a whole plan on to shut down like the music that brainwashes people in the inside because that's creating like a weird field of influence.
Yeah.
And Rex Dangervest is going to pull up with the escape vehicle, and then Emmett's going to use his newfound rage power to break to
punch through the
altar and all that kind of stuff. And so that's where this really kind of gets interesting, because where it starts playing on like what your I guess expectations are going to be of the movie, which I think is like my favorite part.
Yeah, because I think it doesn't take much to kind of realize that you are watching a brother and sister playing with Legos together, trying to get along, and realizing that there's some tension there, that they have different ideas on how to play with the certain things they're playing with.
Right.
But
like
then
Batman wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Yeah, there's literally like, you feel tension in certain parts where it's like anytime someone's like, "No, I can't do this." It's like the son being like, Batman would never marry a fucking horse.
Yeah. So the plan all goes pretty much to plan. Yeah. But then you find out like right before it happens that the sister, while playing with all these things, never had any malintent or anything like that. She just wanted to be a part of things.
Yeah.
And that if Emmett were to break all this, it would just wreck the entire universe.
Yeah, because the mompocalypse is the mom stepping in and being like, well, if you guys can't play nice together, then we're putting all these Legos in storage.
Right.
Hence, the bin of storage.
Right. And, like, that's when it all turns. I'm like, that is a really smart turn in this. Because not only then does Emmett somehow become the bad guy, everyone else think is brainwashed is on the side of good.
Yeah, they're just literally having fun.
Right, exactly.
Like, they just all come to the realization that you've never been brainwashed. You're just having a good time.
Yeah. And the only one that actually was brainwashed was Emmett.
Yeah, because Rex Dangervest is him from the future.
Right. And that's like the whole thing that like I also think is a little bit it's not overcomplicated, really.
Yeah.
It's just that he is it so go ahead and try to explain this, because now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, does that make sense? So it like happened in a past adventure where an old Emmett like crashes and then falls under the washing machine.
Yeah.
And then stays there for a very
dryer.
long time.
Yeah.
Whatever one it is.
And yeah, he's stuck under there for 5 years and watching as like everyone plays with everything but him.
Right.
And he becomes like jealous and full of hatred that everyone is getting played with but him, and to the point where he's able to control his own functions without having to be in the Lego universe.
Yes. So like he can essentially walk around like Toy Story style.
Yeah.
Where when they're not looking, he can walk around in the real. I'm like, does this break the world that they're in? That's what I'm kind of talking about.
Yeah. I still think it's still within the imagination of the son. Mm-hmm. Like, I think Rex Dangervest is like that whole adolescent idea that you have to be cool.
Yeah.
And you have to maintain a certain look and presentation about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And like almost kind of be jaded about stuff too.
Yeah.
And I think that's what this plays up on, where I feel like when you get to adolescence, you kind of come to a crossroads where you can where you have to accept that what you were is not who you're going to be in the future.
Mm-hmm.
So you can either take a really hard right and just be super jaded on everything.
Right.
Or you could be like how Emmett kind of comes out in the end, where it's like, just realize that shit's not going to be the same anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think like the Lego Movie 2 does a really good job of kind of taking the message of Inside Out and make it not as depressing.
Yeah, I can see
like
that.
They really like kind of hammer home where it's like, you like, because Emmett is kind of like that idea that like, what, nothing's changed, everything's the same, where it's like, no, you're changing, everything is changing, you're just in denial of it. But then I feel like Rex Dangervest is like if Emmett just kept denying it, to where it's like now the real world is finally sunk in and you've never really accepted it, and now it's hit you so hard that you're like, oh, well then fuck everything.
And it was an overcorrection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like people can fall into that, where once reality hits and you get to that point in your life where not as many people have your back, and you kind of have to fend for yourself in a lot of situations, you go from thinking everything is amazing to now like, wow, the world does really suck. And now I kind of want to show everyone else how it sucks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Rex Dangervest is.
Mm-hmm. What I do like when they have the Lego people walking around in the real world, it just looks like the Lego people are like on a
they're on a string,
line, and they're just like hopping them around. I thought that was kind of
fun. They even do that with like Rex's ship every once in a while, where it's like blast off, and it's like.
Mm-hmm. Really good. So then I liked that Rex and Emmett have this like weird like moral quandary within themselves. Like, Rex wants Emmett to not be, he wants him to turn into like a cool dude like him, so that he has like, almost as like this weird Terminator timeline full circle kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where they don't want to cancel each other out.
Yeah. Well, you can almost see like Rex is slowly turning him into himself as the movie goes on, where like he gives him the vest, like his hair gets messed up at a certain point, like he's putting stubble fucking dots on his face.
Right.
Like you can see Emmett slowly turning into him.
Yeah.
But it's like he has these two different forces pulling at him, to where like he has to make the decision, like, do I go this more jaded route, or do I try and maintain my same mentality in a way into a world that I know is gonna suck way more than it was when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So when the Mompocalypse, for whatever reason, it's hard for me to say right now.
Yeah.
Mompocalypse. Yeah. It kind of does happen in this.
Yeah.
Once the whole wedding comes crashing down.
Yeah.
Because it cuts in and out of like the real world and the Lego world, and like the real world he's like crushing all the sister's stuff.
Yeah.
Because he's like, I wanted my guys. She had my guys.
Yeah. Yep.
Or whatever. And the mom had enough of it.
She keeps stealing my stuff.
And it's like Maya Rudolph coming in.
Yeah.
And she's like stepping on Legos, which like every time
Yeah,
she stepped on them, it's
like childbirth. This.
It's about the same.
It's real close.
And so she tells everybody to throw them into the bin. And then,
and they even once everything's in the bin and everyone's depressed, they have the end. Mm-hmm. And then that's when they do the whole rip on Infinity War where it's like, wow, it's just, we're really going to end it on this really downer note. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I did catch that then. That was pretty funny. Cause like, even when the end came up and I'm like, what the fuck? Like it just shot up there. And then they came back and it's like, we can't end this here.
Yeah, this is a terrible way to end a movie. Just completely bleak with no hope in sight. That's an awful way to end a movie.
Oh man. And at the same time I was like, have the balls. End it here. But no, they don't. They keep going on, and then I actually really liked it. Then it jumps more into like real world type stuff.
Yeah,
where the son goes up and actually sees how sad his sister is. That like now anything that she liked because of him is now taken away from her.
But then they do the thing with the son when like they sing that version of everything is awesome, but it's like everything's not awesome. Where like he's coming to the conclusion where it's like, yeah, life kind of sucks right now, but it sucks because I'm just taking it like that.
Right.
Like,
it sucks because of me.
Yeah. It's like things are gonna get or things are not gonna be as good as they were when you were a kid, but they can be better if you try and take them in the best way possible. Mm-hmm. Which I think that's what the main thing about this is, where it's like he's the older, more mature one. He could make everything right if he just accepts that it's like, just don't be a dick about things.
Yeah. And so they start breaking out the Legos again as like a peace offering.
Yeah. I even like they throw in a line from the first one where the sister goes up to the son and says, you don't have to be the bad guy. Which is the same thing the son says to the dad in the first one. Where it's like you're seeing it full circle now where like the main story of the first one was like the son is just trying to play with Legos and the dad is trying to make them like this big construct that he wants everything to be laid out in a certain way. But now we're getting to a point now where like the sister has a way looser way of playing with the Legos, and the son has now become the dad where it's like, no, you don't play with Legos like that, you play with Legos like this. This is how you play with the Legos that I have.
Right.
Where like he's turning into the dad because his sister has an even looser idea of how you play with Legos.
Right.
Which I think that was cool, where it's like you're watching the hero of the first one turn into the villain in this one.
It's just like Harvey Dent said, you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
Exactly.
Oh, man. But yeah, I think it's a really great message and a really nice heartfelt ending. And then everything ends up being awesome again at the end. And it all turns out to be pretty great.
Yeah.
And then even like the ending credits are pretty good too. Cause
I didn't just stay to see a whole bunch of them, but
I just watched like I watched up until like the scroll of the credits.
Yeah.
But like I watched everything on like the whole animated stuff where the Legos are turning and all that. Did you watch all those?
No.
The song in it is pretty great. I don't know who wrote it.
I think Lonely Island is in it a little bit.
Yeah, Lonely Island sang it because I could pick out their voices.
Yeah.
But I think a few other people were singing it too. But they like sing like how the credits are cool and all that kind of stuff. And they even like pick out people in the credits and be like, man, that's a really cool job. And it's like script supervisor or whatever like that. And I thought it was a really actually ironic, funny song to what's just going on in the credits and stuff.
Yeah.
Really good. Should have stayed for it.
Damn
I didn't stay after the scroll. I didn't know if there's
Yeah.
anything after
Yeah.
or whatever. I didn't care. But
Yeah.
otherwise, I thought like it was a great ending note to go off on.
Nice.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about Lego Movie?
No, I just from what I said, I was really digging like their whole way of telling the story, where instead of watching one person play with toys, you're watching two people play with toys and seeing all the chaos that ensues from that. Because I kind of could connect with every aspect of this, where like I did grow up with an older brother who would just step in and say what I was doing was stupid and then break all the shit that I was playing with.
Right.
But then I also like grew up around like younger cousins where I would go to like family gatherings and we'd come together and bring our respective toys together and play with them, where I would be like, "You're going to do that with my guy? That's pretty fucking stupid, dude. I really don't like you doing that with
really
my
don't
guy."
like you.
It's I'm getting pretty pissed off that you're making Han Solo be eaten by my street shark.
Oh man, Street Sharks. Jesus.
But no, but yeah, it's like especially if you still remember that part of your life, like this will really bring you back to that point. Like a lot of the things that go on in this like really brought me back to like playing with like my younger cousins, or playing with like play dates I've had with like girls that I was with, where like they would always want to like take my action figures and have them marry their Barbies, and I get super pissed. Like just they play on all of that, but in like real life terms through the Legos and like the Lego universe, where you're like, you animated that, and you kind of animated like a part of my childhood, and I really appreciate it.
What were you gonna ask me once we get all through this stuff?
Oh, I was gonna ask you about like, since you actually grew up with like younger brothers, did any of that really strike a chord with you? Like in terms of like how you played with things?
So I think the dynamic in the movie is different than what I had at home, because it's like a brother-sister relationship, which I never had.
Yeah.
It was all brothers, but it was drilled in me like very young that like you had to share.
Yeah.
Like my mom was like a housewife and my dad was a farmer.
Yeah.
So like we didn't have a ton.
Yeah.
And so like what was mine, what was Dinosaur Neil's,
Yeah.
what was Blake's and Corey. I've never ever said all their names before. But like, yeah, like we all had the same stuff, and we all had to like share it and make time for it and all that kind of stuff. And we're all like 2 years apart.
Yeah.
And so we didn't have like a real huge age gap either.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out that we all kind of got along for the most part. I mean, like you live with somebody for like 18 years.
Oh, yeah.
You kind of get on each other's nerves every once in a while.
Yeah.
But like even still now, we're like still great friends.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
like some siblings aren't.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not that you don't dislike your brother or anything like that.
We're just
But
we're
the
far enough
age gap
apart.
is like 10 years, where mine at the most is 6 years.
Yeah.
So, and even then, like I just talked to him on yesterday through like Skype or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was a good time.
The old big delicious bros.
The BDBs. It's really good. So anyway, that's the Lego Movie 2. What would we grade this movie, JT?
Oh, like I said, I don't think the comedy hits as well as it does in the first one, but I think with what they had to play with it being like two people playing with each other, I thought it was pretty smart for what it was. Like I said, it took me back to when I was playing with my action figures with like my younger cousins growing up, and like all the things that they were doing and how jumbled and disorienting a lot of the storytelling was. It was like, we totally did that when I was a kid playing with action figures. So yeah, I think it still holds together as like an actual cool story in the long run. So I'm gonna give it a little less of a grade that I gave Lego Movie. I'm gonna give it like a decent A-.
Okay. I would agree with all your sentiments there. I think I would grade it. I'll say A- too. I was
Okay.
leaning on like B plus, A-,
Yeah.
but I think like the message for kids if they're watching it is like a pretty strong one, like
Yeah.
to like live in harmony and all that kind of shit.
Yeah.
So like
Harmony and shit.
that's good. So like that's a good message. I shouldn't be downplaying any of that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. Don't, Troy. We have
I'm not.
we have young listeners. They're probably listening and being like, I want to know what Troy thinks about this.
That's right. Why are you up so late? First of all, where are your
Yeah.
parents?
This is a recorded. They can listen to this like
I
whenever,
know,
Troy. What the fuck?
I know. Anyway, that's the Lego Movie 2: the second part.
Yeah.
There you have it.
Tell us what you thought of it. Tell us what you thought of the Lego movies altogether.
That's right.
What's your favorite Lego movie?
Did you see Ninjago? Is
Yeah.
that your favorite?
Is it
Why
good?
is that your favorite?
It's on HBO, and I want to know if it's good.
I don't think it is, but let us know.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can write us into all the plugs at the end. We've got a whole bunch of them out there.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you've been into this last week, JT?
I got caught up on some HBO watching, Troy.
Oh,
I'm
my.
almost completely caught up with True Detective,
Okay.
and I'm digging it a lot this season.
Yeah.
Like, they're even kind of doing a thing where the older version of Mahershala Ali's character is like kind of suffering from Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm.
So he's putting himself in situations that we haven't seen yet, where he's like, the guy's like, "You do realize I hate you, right?" And he's like, "No." Like, it's kind of cool. They're kind of playing it up like that. Like, you're following him through three different timelines. Like, there's a 1980, 1990, and 2013 or 2014 or something.
Uh-huh.
And, like, the 2014 version of him has, like, Alzheimer's, like, real bad. But, like, and this magazine reporter or something is, like, interviewing him and, like, asking him things about the case. And there's things that he can recollect about it and things that he can't. And he's trying to, like, his best to, like, answer. And then as he keeps going, he's like, well, shit, yeah. Why didn't I do this? That's a good point. Why didn't we do this? Oh, shit. Like, what? Why did we just drop the case altogether after this certain point? And then all this stuff starts coming in and stuff. And then when he starts going through and, like, asking people, like, why did we stop? And he's like, you know why we stopped. Like, we didn't want to get caught for this. Like, you know why this happened. And he's like, no, I don't. Like, there's literally, like, this cloud, like, feels like this cloud is hanging overhead where it's like he's just, he put himself in a situation where it's like, well, I have to drop this case completely. But now his mental faculties are so far gone where now he's gone back to the mindset that he had when he was, like, really into the case that he wanted to figure out what happened, where it's like,
Dang.
now he's, like, digging up shit when he's, like, older, where people are like, man, we let this go a long time ago. Why are you digging up old shit? And he's like, because I don't remember the old shit. So it's kind of cool. I'm really digging it so far.
I've wanted to jump into it and just, like, watch an episode here or there,
Yeah.
but, like, I haven't gotten into
Like,
any of it
the
yet.
1980 storyline is kind of wrapping up, where I'm like, okay, the 1981, I know nothing happens because there's 2 more storylines after this.
Right.
So why the fuck you still showing me more shit from this? You're just kind of showing me, like, the actual case that they're doing before they actually drop it. But they get to a point where it's like, oh, that's what you were building to. Fuck. Yeah, that was worth it. All right.
All right.
I know why you kept going on with the storyline then, because there's like a shootout that happens in 1980 where people get fucked up. Where you're like, holy shit. Like, this is pretty violent, even, like, for True Detective.
Damn.
It's
All right.
pretty fucking good.
All right.
So yeah, definitely get into True Detective.
Good.
And I watched the first episode of season 3 of Crashing.
Uh-huh.
That's been up right now. I'm a big fan of it.
Yeah.
I like it so much. Like, I love how what's his name? The main guy in it.
Oh, Pete Holmes?
Yeah, Pete Holmes. Like, his character is so fucking good in it now, because, like, now you've seen him through enough seasons where now you just kind of caught on where it's like, he's the guy that, like, when you first meet him, it's always going to be awkward.
Mm-hmm.
And his friends just always are the people that just end up either running into him again, where it's like, okay, he's not that bad. Or it's just like, they just are forced into his presence enough times where it's like, God damn it, him again. And then it's just over and over and over again where you're like, okay, he's not that bad of a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Where I just love it. It's like, it's kind of the point now where every time he meets someone for the first time, I'm just like, man, Artie, where the fuck are you? He's going to talk to somebody. You got to kind of come in and be the fucking delegate for him, where it's like, he always says the wrong thing to to a person that he meets for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's like a scene in, like the first episode, like he goes to the Comedy Cellar for the first time, and like the person that owns it is like sitting there with like Artie and a bunch of other comedians, and like he sits there and starts saying a bunch of awkward shit to her, and they're just like, all right, Pete, thanks. All right, go ahead and go. Whatever, man. Go. Okay, thanks, Pete. Yeah. Oh, yeah, cool. Thanks. We'll talk to you later, man. Like, they're trying to save him. And then it gets to a scene where, like, she's sitting by herself, and Pete's just kind of looking around, and he sits there right next to her. You're like, oh, fuck. Artie, where are you? Pete's with her by herself. You gotta fucking, like, it's caught on now where it's like anytime he's with someone that he doesn't really, like, know, like, or is comfortable with, you're just like, that's like the tension of the show where you're like, you're going to say something stupid and you're going to fuck up your career because this person is actually pretty powerful in the world of comedy, and you always say the wrong thing to people you don't know that well. Cool. So I know. So Crashing is pretty good. I'm really digging it. I've only seen the first episode so far, but I know that
season 3.
Yeah. Okay. I think they're like on episode 4 or 5 right now, but
I caught the first season. I didn't get to the chance to see the second season yet.
Yeah, it's good though. I'm really digging it. And they actually use like actual like comedians and stuff to play it out. Like, it seems cool. And they're actually like, getting to points now where like Pete is like pretty successful. Like, he's like doing college tours and stuff.
Okay.
But then he goes back to New York and he meets up with people that could actually like elevate him even higher, and he just keeps fucking it up.
Good deal.
So it's good. I'm digging it.
Right on.
And that's all I'm into.
I haven't been into much. I've been reading Doom Patrol for an upcoming live stream that we got going on at the end of the month. And I've been really digging this book.
Yeah.
It's like weird for weird's sake, and there's like really no deeper meaning to it. Like, I just read a chapter where they introduce a character called Danny the Street.
Yeah.
And if you're familiar with the book, you know, like, that's an odd character. But the Danny the Street is a literal street that is sentient and is also a transvestite. And it works.
How is a street a transvestite?
It worked because it has a bunch of manly shops on the street, like gun shops and stuff.
Yeah.
But they have like frilly, curtainy windows and stuff like that. It's dressed up like feminine.
I'm curious now. Every time you bring shit up about this, it sounds so fucking odd.
It is super fucking odd. And I love it. Like, I'm like way into the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
And I'm falling into it hook, line, and sinker. I love it. Oh, man. So I've just been pretty much reading that, and that's about it. Otherwise, I've also been keeping up with the new Al Ewing Hulk run.
Yeah.
Which is really good. It's the best it's ever been in
Really?
a long time.
Cool.
And the latest issue, they just, like, revealed, like, a new kind of relationship between Bruce Banner and the Hulk that, for whatever reason, they've never done before.
Yeah.
And it makes complete sense.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to spoil it on here because I think some people listen to this that read comics, and if they don't read it, then I want to spoil it for them.
Yeah.
So, like, I think it's really a smart idea, and I can't wait to see where it goes.
Sweet.
Yeah, but that's all I've been into this last couple
Right
weeks.
on, Troy.
Yeah. So, JT, if people want to talk Lego Movie with you, where could they do so?
They can piece it all together at Bucky for everyone on Twitter, also Bucky for on Instagram, and him at Bucky for on Snapchat. Troy.
Find me at Troy to the Max on Twitter. You can talk to us both and vote for the Tournament of Random Movies on Review Pod on Twitter.
Drag Me to Hell versus Platoon.
So check those two out this week. Vote promptly.
Yes.
And swiftly. And quickly.
And mercilessly.
You can also find all of our episodes uploaded to our hosting site, reviewpod.podbean.com. If you don't want to go there, that's perfectly okay. We're on a multitude of other platforms.
We don't give a shit.
Yeah, such as Stitcher, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, any of those will work. You can find us pretty much anywhere on any podcatcher. But if you do use Apple Podcasts, why don't you rate and review us there? Because for whatever reason, that's like still the big one. And if people rate and review us, then that helps other people find the show.
Yeah, we love you.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Yeah. And then if you want to write in, like some people are prone to do, you can do so at reviewpod at gmail.com.
Yeah, we can give you a genuine mail scream.
That's right. Genuine.
Yeah, ×2.
That's the show, JT.
That is the show.
Join us Monday for my pick of Operation
No Baby episode 3. We're talking about Space Jam.
Yes.
Tune in, because I think we both have some things to say about
I have more
crazy
to say.
Fucking movie.
I have more to say about Space Jam than I did of Lego Movie 2.
So get ready for that.
It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah. And then next Thursday, we're diving into something that's near and dear to your heart, Troy. We talked about my Lego movies.
Yes.
Now we're going to talk about your Paddingtons.
That's right.
We're diving into the first Paddington, leading into one of Troy's favorite movies of last year, Paddington 2.
That's right. Oh my, can't wait for Paddington 2.
You haven't even seen Paddington, the first one, have you?
No.
Wow.
So
I'm curious now.
Same. But yeah, so that's going to be the next few upcoming shows. We still are taking requests of things for next Monday.
Yeah.
This coming Monday, but the following one.
Yeah. Put your voice out there. Let it be heard. We need to know, what are we going to talk about for... Are we going to do 2 more Mondays?
Yeah, there's 2 more Mondays, right?
Well, there's not 2 more Mondays left in February, but we might as well just do 2 more.
Yeah, we might as well.
Yeah.
2 choices for the
2 more
listeners and one for each
two
of
more
us.
episodes of Operation No Baby to find out if we can get Macy stuck on some sweet ass kids films.
That's right. We've got a bunch of requests so far, so we'll just drop a few in a hat and we'll let them fly,
marinate,
and we'll pick some out of a hat for the following episode for Monday. So anyway, that's going to be a show for this week. Tune back in on Monday. But until then, I've been Short of the Max Extreme.
I am JT3K.
And we are off.